Welcome back to Conversion Bible, powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. You know we love diving into your questions, and this time you've sent us a ton of stuff on pop-ups on Shopify.
Sounds like you're really ready to get those pop-ups working for you.
Absolutely. But I have to admit, I have some, baggage when it comes to pop-ups. Flashbacks to those bad old days of the internet when every site bombarded you with annoying pop-ups the second you landed on the page.
Oh, I hear you. It's like a digital Jack in the Box, right? You never knew what was going to pop up or when.
Exactly. So are pop-ups really that different now? Or are we just more used to being interrupted online?
It's a great question, and honestly, things have changed a lot. Think of it this way. Pop-ups used to be like that pushy salesperson who wouldn't take no for an answer.
Okay, I'm getting that image.
But now they're more like that savvy shop assistant who knows exactly when to offer a helping hand or suggestion. The key difference is understanding the customer journey and using psychology to your advantage.
Psychology. You mean there's a method to the madness?
Oh, absolutely. Remember that article you sent about a study where offering a small gift before asking for an email address actually increased signups?
Yeah, I think they saw a 22% jump, which is huge.
Exactly. That's the principle of reciprocity in action. It's a fundamental human tendency to want to return a favor. A well-timed pop-up with a discount or freebie triggers that feeling, making customers more likely to, say, sign up for that email list.
So instead of being intrusive, you're actually offering something valuable at just the right moment.
Precisely. Imagine walking into a store and being instantly bombarded by a salesperson.
Oh, I'd probably turn around and walk right out.
Right. And it's the same online. No one wants to feel ambushed. So the goal is to enhance the customer experience, not disrupt it. We want to provide value and be helpful, not just interrupt and demand.
Got it. So how do we avoid being that pushy salesperson in the digital world? How do we make sure our pop-ups are helpful and not annoying?
Well, that's where strategic timing and targeting come in, and that's what we're going to dive into next.
Okay, so strategic timing and targeting, that sounds pretty important if we want to get this pop-up thing right.
It is. It's kind of like setting a trap. You want to put it in the right place at the right time to, well, not exactly trap people, but to catch their attention.
Okay, I like that analogy. So how do we figure out the right place and the right time for our pop-ups?
Well, there are a few different strategies. One is called a scroll-based trigger. This means the pop-up will appear after a visitor has scrolled down a certain percentage of your page.
So they're already engaged with the content, which means they might be more receptive to a message.
Right. Another popular one is exit intent pop-ups. These are triggered by mouse movements that indicate a visitor is about to leave your site.
Oh yeah, like when you move your cursor up to close the tab.
Exactly. So it's like that last minute wait, don't go kind of thing.
Clever. It's like you're giving them one last chance to grab that discount or sign up for your email list before they disappear.
Exactly. And then you've got timed pop-ups, which appear after a visitor has been on your site for a certain amount of time.
Okay, so scroll-based, exit intent, timed. Any other options we should know about?
Well, there's also clip-triggered pop-ups, which appear when a visitor clicks on a specific element, like a button or an image.
Oh, I've seen those before. Like those click here to get 10% off your first order buttons.
Yep, that's the one. So, you've got options. It really depends on your goals and what you're trying to achieve with your pop-ups.
Right, because a pop-up designed to capture email addresses would probably have different timing than one offering a discount on a specific product.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about understanding your audience and their behavior on your site.
This is making me think about something. What about pop-up fatigue? Some websites bombard you with pop-ups every time you click or scroll. It's like, give me some space.
I feel you. And you know what? It's a valid concern. That's why frequency capping is important. You don't want to annoy your visitors with pop-ups every few seconds.
Makes sense. It's kind of like if you're constantly interrupting a friend to tell them something, eventually they'll stop listening.
Exactly. Respect their time and attention. Offer value and don't overdo it.
Okay, so strategic timing, targeting,
Yeah.
and frequency capping. Anything else we need to keep in mind to make sure our pop-ups aren't annoying?
Well, definitely. The design and content of the pop-up itself is super important, too. We can talk about that next.
Okay, so we've talked about timing, targeting, frequency, making sure our pop-ups aren't annoying. But what about the design and the content? Like, what makes a pop-up actually work?
Well, the first thing is to offer real value. Give visitors a reason to pay attention.
Right, because if it's not relevant or interesting, they're just going to click that close button as fast as they can.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So think about what your target audience wants or needs. Are they looking for discounts, exclusive content, free shipping? Figure that out and then make sure your pop-up delivers it.
So no more beating around the bush. Just get straight to the point and tell them what's in it for them.
Absolutely. And make sure your call to action is clear and enticing. Instead of saying, learn more, try something like get your discount now.
Oh, I like that. It's more direct and action-oriented.
Right. And then, of course, the design matters too. You want your pop-up to be visually appealing and on brand.
Yeah, like you wouldn't want it to look like it came from a completely different website.
Definitely not. Think about using bright colors, readable fonts, and a simple, uncluttered layout. And don't forget about mobile optimization. A huge chunk of your traffic is probably coming from mobile devices, and those tiny screens can be a design challenge.
Oh, for sure. I've definitely had those moments where a pop-up takes over my entire phone screen and I can't even figure out how to close it.
Yeah, it's frustrating. So make sure your pop-ups are easy to read, easy to navigate, and easy to close on a mobile device.
Okay, mobile-first design. Got it. So we've talked about design, content, all that good stuff. But I'm curious, where do you see pop-ups going in the future? Any exciting trends on the horizon?
Oh, absolutely. Pop-ups are constantly evolving, and I think we're going to see some really cool things happening in the next few years. For starters, AI and machine learning are already starting to play a bigger role.
Oh, wow. So we're talking about like smart pop-ups that can anticipate what a visitor wants.
Exactly. Imagine pop-ups that personalize offers and messages based on browsing history or past purchases. It's like having a personal shopper right there on your website.
That would be pretty amazing. And I bet it would make pop-ups way more effective because they'd be so much more relevant to each individual visitor.
Right. And we're also going to see a lot more interactive and gamified pop-ups, things like spin to win wheels or those quizzes that recommend products based on your answers.
I love those. They're so fun and engaging. It's like a little game right there on your website.
Exactly. And they can be really effective at capturing leads and driving conversions.
So it sounds like the future of pop-ups is all about personalization, engagement, and maybe even a little bit of fun.
I think so, yeah. But even as technology advances, the core principles of good pop-up design will always be important. Offer value, respect your visitors, and don't be afraid to experiment and see what works best for your audience.
Great advice. Well, this has been a really eye-opening deep dive into the world of pop-ups. Thanks for sharing all your insights with us.
My pleasure. It's been fun.
And to our listeners, we hope you're feeling inspired to create pop-ups that convert without being annoying. And if you're looking for more ways to boost your Shopify store's success, don't forget to check out Growth Suite. It's the Shopify app that helps you run smarter discount campaigns, increase conversions, and keep your store running smoothly. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just head over to the Shopify App Store and start your free trial today.
And remember, prioritize the user experience. Offer genuine value, respect your visitors' time, and never stop testing and optimizing. With the right approach, you can transform those pop-ups from a nuisance into a powerful tool that helps you grow your business.